So the inspiration behind Brityard was really all the incredible brands and talent across the country and experiencing them as I grew up. I really believe that there's a place for these brands to coexist together. There are some brands, you might see them in Harrods or Liberties, but they're alongside international brands. I just really felt that we could do more. There's a gap here. Let's bring the brands together and see what happens. So that's when Brityard was born, and that was in 2020. But it became quite clear from 6 months of that launch that the appetite really wasn't there from a digital marketplace perspective, because marketplaces are more about, selling high volume, and we were about connecting people, telling stories, inspiring. We learnt quickly as a result of doing a pop-up on Oxford Street, actually. For us, that was the light bulb moment to say, this is a physical business. This is about bringing people together. And we just felt if we brought that all together in a place, focused on community and connection, that hopefully something magic would happen. It's really important for us to showcase and support local talent in the retail industry for many reasons, but specifically around the economic benefit of doing that. There's job creation opportunities here. The more you buy from them, the more they're able to scale, the more they give back into this economy. But there's also an environmental side of it, that if we are buying from homegrown brands and talent, we're asking less of the product. So rather than shipping it in from all over the world, it's right here already on our doorstep, and that we're encouraging people at Brityard to make those decisions that don't just give them something delicious or beautiful, but that go beyond that and that give them something that gives back to the economy and also to the environment. There are a number of places that we would look for new brands and talent at Brityard, and it started really with a list of places that I curated from just being a passionate follower of these brands across the years. It might be publications, it might be shops, it might be trade shows, it might be other websites, a plethora of touch points that we would look at. But we'd also look beneath that at the brands that might be emerging into the categories where they might start being talked about. So we're not just looking at the brands who've made it, we're looking at the brands who have the potential to get there. This is about best in class, which doesn't necessarily mean biggest. It means that the quality of what they're doing is top drawer. So I really believe that face-to-face consumer interactions and bricks and mortar will always be important, and that's fundamentally because we're humans. Specifically with Brityard, because we're trying to change perceptions and change shopping habits. We wanted to go beyond displaying products, and we wanted to almost display people and stories, and to get people to come and meet and engage, touch, taste, try, sample. This moment in time is particularly exciting for Brityard. Not only do we have a couple of really major launches in our pipeline that you'll be hearing about in the coming weeks, but we're also going through a phase of growth. So we're recruiting new brands, we're hiring new staff, and we're thinking about what the future looks like. It feels like probably the most satisfying part of the journey so far. We're having conversations about growth and scale and opportunity, which I think is exactly where we want to be. It's a very exciting times.